going to the top of Griffith Park today, if we can make it. There's some pathways I know to get to the top up by the Hollywood sign, so here we go. We've got a fork in the trail here. We've got to decide how we get to the Hollywood sign. Do we go right? Do we go left? Stay tuned. I've been sitting in a writing chair and editing chair for 5 years since I moved out here. I'm in terrible shape, the worst condition of my life. I used to go up this trail when I first moved out here, not even out of breath, and I'm suffering on this trail. You can see last year they had these huge fires you've probably all seen about in the papers. All the writers and actors and directors who fail out here, and most of us do, it's kind of like we're the trees that get burnt out, and the next generation comes along and maybe one of those trees gets to be the next Leonardo DiCaprio or whatever. But you know, it's just like this climb, it's all about the journey, whether we make it to the top or not, or these trees ever get to be grown up or not. You know, it's all about just being. Hollywood sign is quite a ways to go, and it's mostly straight up the rest of the way. There's the beautiful San Fernando Valley behind me though. We're making progress. We've reached a branch in the trail I'm familiar with. The problem with it is it's extremely steep. It offers a quicker way to the top, to the Hollywood sign. Think of it like taking a chance and maybe making your own movie with your own credit cards versus slaving and working and making the contacts. As we can see, we're coming up the trail here. There's been some horse shit along the way. I don't need to explain what that means in Hollywood. And we're climbing. The road that I usually took up to the top of the Hollywood Hill is closed, probably because of fire damage and maybe erosion from the soil. So we're going to have to try to find another way to the top of the Hollywood Hill. I think we're getting stronger as we go along. A lot of the cities that you see between the East Coast and the West Coast are people that didn't make it all the way, but settled for somewhere in between. And I think, you know, a lot of the journey to Hollywood can be the same way. Maybe you don't end up being the next Steven Spielberg, but you become a great corporate video guy, or you become an animator or something that you didn't set out to be originally. Or maybe you just come to California and you just wind up being an insurance salesman. So we've reached a juncture where you can go on to the Hollywood sign, or you can go back down to your regular life. I think we're going to make it. That antenna is the end of this trail, and we'll be able to see the Hollywood sign. So we're getting very close. Made it to the top, and like all journeys, it's kind of anticlimactic once you reach the top. Hope you weren't too bored with all my little philosophical analogies.